Hello, I'm Chris Williams from Read Comics They're Bad For You, the name of my YouTube channel. Or if you're watching this on BitChute, the name of my BitChute channel is Comic Freak. Today we're going to be looking at a couple of Batwoman articles about the state of the TV show that Ruby Rose is now, acting in. We'll take a look at the first one. Batwoman could be cancelled due to low ratings. Ooh, who imagined that with Ruby Rose, who insulted the fan base, that her series would be suffering low ratings. But let's get into this article. Batwoman has gone off to a pretty rough start. Even before the premiere, the show seemed to be in trouble, whether it was the titular star alienating a large segment of the potential audience. Like I said, she insulted the men, or poor reviews and Rotten Tomatoes. It looked like the CW's next big project was facing a tough uphill battle. Now our sources, the same ones who informed us of both the Green Lantern show and the Arrow spin-off before they were officially announced, are telling us that Batwoman may already be stirring cancellation in the face. We've been told by people in the know that the show could soon be axed due to a lackluster ratings and a continued inability to draw in a big audience. Executives are likely to give a series at least one more season to attempt to right the ship, but right now things are looking dire for Gotham City's feminist vigilante. Feminist! That's a good one. If you take today's feminism, then this show is in the wrong, because one of the reasons they wanted to sell this show was because it was going to have two hot lesbians in it making out. But apparently that's not going to save this show at all. There is, of course, still time for the show to turn things around. Unfortunately, though, that may be tough to do. Recent trends say that the ratings for Batwoman have been steadily decreasing ever since its premiere last month. This week's episode was the lowest point for the series thus far, drawing in 1.16 million viewers. The amount of those who later watched on DVR has yet to be calculated, but probably won't end up helping the overall ratings as much as those in charge would like. As I understand, DVR ratings don't matter at all to TV executives because they want to sell commercials, and DVR doesn't help that at all. Or should I say ad space? I'll get into a little more in a moment. Hopefully Batwoman will find its footing in the near future. They can start by throwing in more villains that fans love and potentially mixing up their approach to the storyline. The CW is expected to give the series at least a little more time before pulling the plug, too, which means everyone who's loved what they've seen so far should urge their friends to tune in. If not, then Gotham City's female guardian could soon be out of work. I hope so. And here is our second article of the night. Batwoman has been review bombed by audiences. Here's why. Anyone want to make bets they're going to blame men, misogynists, and racists? Or maybe all of the three above? Batwoman has been review bombed on Rotten Tomatoes, even though it's only been out for a short while, and has a fairly decent ratings from critics. 7 years after the Arrowverse began on the CW with Arrow, the network has launched its first series diving into the world of Batman and Gotham City. Batwoman stars Ruby Rose as Kate Kane, a.k.a. Batwoman, and the titular hero made her in-universe debut in last year's Elseworlds crossover. It wasn't much later that Batwoman was ordered to series, and fans of the character and the comic world were excited to see what the Arrowverse version of Gotham would look like in its entirety. However, it also wasn't much later in that the series spawned a hefty amount of backlash. Just 1 year before, when it was first revealed that Rose would be betraying Batwoman, that she was the target of hate speech due to her being an outed lesbian. Listen, no one cares that Ruby Rose is a lesbian, and that high critics score you're praising, that was probably bought by the CW themselves. Sadly, it seems the hate hasn't stopped now that Batwoman has debuted on Rotten Tomatoes. Batwoman currently holds a 72% ratings average from 39 critics. Critics, yeah. Some have praised the show and Rose's acting, while others have detested it, which is quite normal for a movie or TV show. But what's interesting is that Batwoman's audience score is only 11%, and that's from a whopping 4,730 viewers. That's a stark difference between audience and critics, but that's because Batwoman has been review bombed. Oh my god, I'm shocked! I'm shocked. The author of this article is blaming the fact that the ratings for Batwoman are so low because it's been review bombed, and not because no one likes Batwoman just for being a bad show and just, bad acting and basically being a mouthpiece for Ruby Rose to spout her hate speech out at men. I mean, who could guess the star of a show who badmouths her own audience would have a show that had low ratings? Firstly, it's the sheer number of audience reviews over the audience score that gives away the fact that Batwoman has been review bombed comparatively. Arrow's Season 7 at the end of its entire run had less than 500 reviews from audiences, and so far The Flash Season 6 only has 49 submissions. Batwoman, on the other hand, has just under 5,000, nearly all of which are one-star reviews or less. Some audience reviews are legitimate, of course, but having 1,000 half-star reviews because the show is flat doesn't make sense. I don't know. Maybe it's because it is a bad show and it is flat. But then again, I can't really trust your word for it because you might be just trying to, well, shill for Batwoman because that's the kind of person you are, just someone who's a corporate shill for the CW. I mean, I don't think I can trust what you're saying with Arrow getting 500 reviews while The Flash only has 49. I really can't trust that because you might be just lying about those reviews just to make what you're saying sound more plausible. Again, a big reason for this is because Ruby Rose and the character Kate Kane are both outed lesbians, something that was highlighted in the Batwoman series premiere, given the fact that an anti-gay campaign has been levied against Batwoman since it was first announced. Rose would play the character. The negative sentiment surrounding the series might not change, but Rotten Tomatoes should surely update their platform to prohibit such hatred. Of course, this is something that has been said time and time again. Whether it happens or not remains to be seen. Again, with the anti-gay campaign that has been levied against Ruby Rose because she's a lesbian. My ass. People don't care that she's a lesbian. We care that she's in a driven shell that only cares probably about money more than she actually cares about any of these politics. And if she does, like I've said about others, care about these politics, she's probably an insane person. Because if she had any sense, she wouldn't be flapping her lips around like that, insulting her audience, calling half of them, the male half, evil and misogynist. If she had any sense, she'd keep her lips shut. Because we don't want to hear anything from her. If we wanted to watch her show, we would. And no one wants to watch her show because she insulted them. And if her show was any good at all, people would have been watching it. No, her show is bad. I could go on about saying Ruby Rose is a horrible actress, but think I'll go back to the DVR thing from the earlier article. Now, the thing about DVR is they don't have commercials on it. Now, TV executives, one of their main things that they do in their career is try to sell ad space for commercials. That's how they make money, with ad space. You know, the way YouTube makes revenue because their YouTube creators make videos. Those videos make money when they have ads put to them. Thus, their creator becomes more popular because, well, he's making YouTube money. He becomes more popular with the fan base because his name gets, well, floated around, or used to be, because it used to be promoted more before YouTube started hiding people and their YouTube channels. Thus, they don't get any more traction. Thus, they make less money with their ads. Thus, well, YouTube is both suffering, but they're apparently doing it because they want to basically, well, cozy up to the big guys like HBO and, well, other has-been cable channels like CNN. But it's not helping them at all. Their main money comes from their YouTube creators because that's why everyone goes to YouTube, to see the YouTube creators. So TV executives don't care if Batwoman is on DVR. It doesn't make them any money. The only reason the author of this article brought up the DVR thing was because they thought it gave them more of a commanding position. They thought by mentioning it, it made them look like their article was on the right side of things and made them look like they were right. It doesn't. Now, if you like this video, subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed because YouTube is going around unsubscribing people, so make sure you're still subscribed. If you're watching my videos but you have not subscribed, please subscribe to me. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Read Comics, They're Bad For You. Then go over to BitChute and subscribe to my BitChute channel, Comic Freak. Hit that bell for notifications, hit that like button, and leave some comments down below. Also, could you please share this video? Share it on Twitter and share it on Facebook. Share it anywhere you think it would do the most good because YouTube is not going around promoting their YouTube creators, and it would really help me if you could please share this video. Now listen closely, it's that time of the day again, it's plug-in time. Keep checking back in future videos for more information on my own upcoming independent comic book Scumdogs. I'm Chris Williams, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video or review.